completely brand new, fine looking. What is this? What? How is this possible? So you buy this bike for
1 billion, gajillion, fifillion.
And this is the cable routing you get. What is this? You know, I'm not the only one that thinks that this is a bit weird and having problems with it. I mean, just look at this guy, for example. Yeah, just like a branch getting stuck in the wheel there. These cables, they sort of just get stuck in the wheel. As you see here as well, people are just complaining about it. And in addition, it doesn't really look that good. And I think it's kind of weird that you design a bike that costs like 1 billion.
100 billion!
You sort of don't even think about the cable routing. But today, we're gonna fix it. There are a few solutions. This is one of them, I guess. I don't know, dude. What have you done to your bike? This has been my solution so far. It's just like 3 cable ties holding this in. Because the problem is, when you ride, the cables sort of bounce into your tire like this. And then they get janked off. Can destroy the cable, can destroy like your life, basically. Making you depressed. And you don't want to be depressed. You want to be riding your bike. Ugly solution. Doesn't really go well with the completely new bike. We're gonna look at some few other ways to fix this. I think this boy can help us. I think it's made for like hydraulic dropper posts. I'll leave a link in the description, by the way, if you want to buy this. So instead of an ugly ass cable tie, we can get this sort of clean look. So we will still be using cable ties, but they will have definitely like a cleaner look. Just this piece holding on to the cable. Issue number 2 on this bike is that I think in this area it sort of collects a lot of dirt. So my idea is to adapt this Mudhugger front fender. We may have to do some cutting and then actually attach these boys some way. Maybe we can get this to work to get like a cleaner look, and as a bonus just save us from some of that dirt and grit going into the bottom bracket over there. And I know some people have blocked this inside the frame, but I actually think that it can put some strain on the cables, so I'd much rather have some slack here, but in a nice way. I'm also actually going to remove this bracket that they have installed. And how are you supposed to know how much slack you need in these cables? Well, if you have an air shock, I don't, but just pump out all the air and compress the bike, and then you will get like slack here and then uncompress it. And to get the slack, you just unscrew this little bolt and you can pull the cables. And no, this just pulling this super tight won't prevent them getting into the rubber here. Just so you know. And yeah, by the way, on a side note, 400 subscribers. That's pretty nice. That's like what allows me to have this amazing studio, amazing production quality, using all this high-end equipment. So without you, I wouldn't be able to have that. So thank you very much. And yeah, jokes aside, thanks. Okay, so I'm just gonna test and see how well this Mudhugger fits without adapting it to anything. So what I want to do... Okay, so I think it's sticking out too much here. I'm gonna cut it down. What I want to do is to be able to attach the cables to this Mudhugger thing. So there's like no way in hell that they can even go into the tire if they wanted to. This is way below the bottom bracket. That's not gonna work. Is this even possible? Okay, so the clearance right now doesn't look too good. Hang on. So I'm gonna cut it like over there maybe. So it does. So this part lines up inside, and I can attach it like that. Well, this was easy. Okay, semi-straight. Remove this so that it's just a little slot, like that in the fender. Then we can actually use that to like secure a cable tie from the outside, and then maybe use one of these holes inside. Okay, so the length now is a bit better, But the one problem that I see is that right now the tire is like super close to the fender over here. Maybe if I drill holes in the fender here, pull some zip ties around this part, then I can push the fender up and into the frame, and maybe that will make it into a snug fit. Like that, and then connect them like this to the mudguard. So I'm going to shape this part, maybe even removing this nice little notch and making a new one, because this edge, this square edge, is going into the tires, and I don't want that. So I'm going to do the same on both sides. I'm also actually going to cut these ones just a little bit to get them closer to the edge of the mudguard. Got a new shape and did some new dimples in the mudguard. But a new shape here, and hopefully it's going to work this time. Still rubbing a bit here, but I don't want to make it any shorter, so I'm actually going to heat this up and just fold it a bit towards the outside. I'm just going to hold it into place until it cools down. Don't mind the mess behind me, it's just how I live my life. Now we're ready for the next part. Okay, so these boys open up like that. I'm gonna put the funnel part in front to allow more movement. Do something like this. Yeah, I'm gonna see if this is possible with a smaller zip tie, because that was a bit ugly. So, once again, I don't know. We will try. There we go. I put the end of the zip tie over there. And a good tip with zip ties is just use a knife on the end. Then you can get it super close to the edge. And yeah, so just, I know it's not super handsome, but it's gonna work. Definitely not gonna get the cables into the tire anymore. I am pretty sure that you can do this without the mudguard, although it helps to get the cables a bit down. But you can probably do it like in a bit nicer way. But I actually wanted the mudguard. But as you can see, there are some clearance issues. So I'm gonna try this for a while, see if it's an issue with, you know, getting stuck with lots of mud and stuff. I think I'm gonna remove the mudguard regardless and try in a different way. And you can just use them, probably put one like over there with the zip tie going over there, and it could be fine. But just remember, you need the slack in the cables, otherwise they're just gonna get pulled down. So yeah, it's still not like an optimal solution, but you can't really get around this problem. I think you could reroute the cables to go up around the bottom bracket and then out here and then down. Then you won't risk getting sticks in this, at least. Because right now that's still a risk. So yeah, that's it. And thank you for watching.
Ryder! Nu kör vi, kom igen!